They said it's the market conditions, but I found the real reason PAWS hasn't dropped yet. Plus, I'll show you exactly what your tokens will be worth, and it's not what you're expecting. What's up, crypto fam? Today we're diving into the PAWS saga that's been driving everyone crazy. The airdrop that was supposed to happen on March 31st is still nowhere to be seen, and I'm going to break down what's really going on behind the scenes. Look, we've all been waiting, refreshing our wallets, checking Twitter every 5 minutes. The anticipation is killing us. Everyone was expecting the airdrop to hit by March 31st, but here we are in April, days have passed, and still nothing but crickets from the team. So what's the holdup? Well, there's been this juicy rumor spreading around the market that PAWS is in talks with Binance. Yeah, the Binance. Supposedly, the entire delay is because they're negotiating with the biggest exchange in the world. Man, if that were true, this would be absolutely massive for all of us holding these airdrop tokens. But is it really happening? Let me tell you, if PAWS actually gets listed on Binance, nobody would be happier than me. Like seriously, I'd be doing backflips in my living room. But we need to separate the hype from reality. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 crucial things. First, what's actually causing the delay. Second, is the Binance listing just a pipe dream? And third, the big one, how much can you realistically expect to make from your PAWS tokens? Whether you're sitting on 9,000 tokens or 100,000, I'll break down the real numbers for you. But before we dive in, let's check what PAWS themselves are saying about this delay. According to their official update, they're pointing to April 2nd, 2025, Liberation Day in America. They claim the US market conditions are affecting global markets, creating a downtrend. Essentially, they're saying, market sentiment isn't good right now, so we're waiting. Now, I've done my research, and honestly, I partly agree with them. If they list during terrible market conditions, we'll all earn less. Nobody wants that. We've all put in serious effort farming these tokens, showing incredible patience. Getting pennies for our work would be devastating. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a darker reality behind these delays that nobody's talking about. Let me break it down for you. Remember Project JU? They use the exact same excuse. We're waiting for better market conditions, they said. And when they finally listed, the price was absolute garbage. These projects all follow the same playbook. Here's what's actually happening behind closed doors. Let's say PAWS has raised millions. Call it $100 million from all our efforts and participation. What do you think they're doing with that money while we wait? They're not just sitting on it. No chance. They're taking that capital and either investing it elsewhere or giving it to other investors to multiply it. They're literally using our locked-up value to make more money before paying us our share. This is why they create these delays. They're squeezing every bit of value before distributing tokens. They'll eventually give us our tokens, yes, but only after they've doubled or tripled their own position. The market conditions excuse? Total smokescreen. That's not the real reason, my friends. This is standard practice in the crypto world. They just don't want you to know about it. Now about that Binance rumor? Let's analyze this logically. If they were really in final negotiations with Binance, wouldn't they have announced something official by now? Binance listings don't typically take this long to finalize once they're in motion. The exchanges they were originally targeting were BitGert and Bobbydex. Nothing wrong with those, but they're not Binance. And all these leaked screenshots and collaboration tweets you're seeing? Completely fabricated. Trust me, I could make the exact same images in about 10 minutes. Don't fall for that hype. There was a brief period when I thought a Binance listing might actually be possible, based on some insider signals. But as of now, there's zero confirmation of this happening. The Binance rumors are most likely just that. Rumors. So let's get to what you really want to know. How much are your PAWS tokens actually going to be worth? Let's crunch some real numbers. From what I've seen, most people received between 8,000 and 10,000 tokens from the airdrop. Some lucky ones got 30,000, 40,000, or even 100,000, but they're the minority. I'd say about 50% of participants received in that 8K to 10K range. For calculation purposes, let's use 9,000 tokens as our baseline. Now, market rumors are suggesting a listing price of 1 cent per token. At that price, 9,000 tokens would be worth $90. That sounds nice, but let's be realistic. Is this actually plausible? When I look at comparable token launches and the current market conditions, this price seems highly optimistic. Why? Because if average holders are getting $90, that means people with 100,000 tokens would be getting $1,000. For an airdrop of this scale, those numbers just don't add up. My analysis suggests a much more realistic price of 1,000th of a dollar per token. That would put our 9,000 tokens at $9 in value. I know. You're probably thinking, that's terrible. But this is crypto reality, not the hyped up promises. In fact, even 1,000th of a dollar might be optimistic. A more likely range is between 0.003 and 0.005 per token. If we're extremely lucky, and it does somehow land on Binance, again, unlikely, we might see 0.07 to $0.09. But the days of airdrops making people instant millionaires are largely behind us. To put it bluntly, expect a token value with 2 zeros after the decimal point, not 1 zero like all the hype men are claiming. I know this isn't what most of you want to hear. Everyone loves the fantasy of turning their free airdrop into thousands of dollars. And honestly, I wish that were the case. But I'd rather tell you the hard truth now, so you can set realistic expectations. The crypto space is full of exaggerated promises and manufactured hype. Projects know that by dangling the Binance carrot or suggesting inflated token values, they keep their communities engaged longer. It's all marketing. So when will the actual listing happen? Unfortunately, there's still no definitive confirmation. We're all in this waiting game together. What I do know is that the market conditions excuse is just that, an excuse. The real delay is likely due to what I explained earlier, maximizing their returns before distribution. If any genuine updates come out, especially anything concrete about Binance, however unlikely, I'll be the first to share that information with you. But for now, manage your expectations and don't fall for the fake screenshots and manufactured rumors. The crypto space rewards patience and realistic thinking. Those who chase every rumor and hype cycle eventually get burned out or make poor decisions. Stay grounded, understand the real mechanics behind these projects, and you'll do much better in the long run. I hope this helped clarify what's really happening with the PAWS airdrop. I know some of this information isn't as exciting as the rumors, but having an accurate picture is ultimately more valuable than comfortable illusions. If you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense crypto analysis. And drop a comment letting me know how many PAWS tokens you received. I'm curious to see the actual distribution. I'll be back with more updates as the situation develops. Until then, stay smart, stay skeptical, and I'll catch you in the next one. And until then, here's a huge shout out to all of my Epic channel members. Muhammad Albadamoy Kora, Enoxon001, Emma Marinov YTube, Okemdi Chiemameze, Behind Wheels, James, Peter Edet, ANGR Chukwunonso Chioma, Osundeko Sesan, Yahaya Haruna Idris, Adi Queen, Jacob Malo, Ekene Okwuosa, Sir Faithy, Michaela, Akinwell Johnson, Golden Walby, Damian Dickman, Nick, Angel Phoenix, Ogechi Destiny, Ekwemi Kingsley, Bipolaroidi, Alexithymia, Dotun Ayeni, Tochukwu Lawrence, Chika Egbo, Benedict Emeka, Ifedigbo Chukwuebuka Obianuju Purity, Lorena Canarisio, Muhammad Labaran, Jazzy B021, Raymond Sunday, Ihemadu Christopher, Dr. Parasites, Klivethson Wealth, Ruth Ekanem, Raida Musa, Easy Blaze, Nicholas Meller, Sir Wills, Misbodin Raji, Kuris M, Jasper Ibrahim, Joycey, Chiedozie Mesironye, Isa Tahir, Soare Yonel, Petri Pukanen, Shalk, Bello Muhammad Jallo, Prince Orji C. Okorie, Samsonite Amos, Ikechukwu Jonas Okafor, Omale Ojonugwa, Johnson Jid, Raji Abdul, Arabi Hamza Yakubu, Paragon, Kestin Balogun, Akwenuke Chris, Omosefe Enogieru, Ifi Christine Achi, Uduak Etuk, Rubani Nakoshbandi, Adnork Global Inn, Dorothy Mulenga Shimakumba, Julian Shupman, Legend of God Concern Pharmacy, Imeti Chinedu, Priska, Abel Daria, Usman Safianu, SMB Designs, Emmanuel Josiah, Endurance, Mohammed Zulkanin. Thank you guys for supporting me. You are amazing.